Ladies and gentlemen, now it's too late with Alan Mosley.
Yeah,
All right.
I know. I'm
Yes.
I'm so happy for the energy we're getting tonight, even though this is a show of sorts,
Of sorts.
and
Yeah.
and we're not even here.
No, we're not. Well, we might be.
This is
Might
this is
pop
it's
in.
too late of the past.
Oh.
Yeah. Guys, welcome back for another episode of It's Too Late. I am your host, Alan Mosley, joined as always by the number one producer in late night. It's Dave Willimowski. Dave, how are you doing?
Doing great. It's
Yeah?
nice. I'm on vacation. I haven't been to work in a couple days.
Yeah?
Uh, it's
You
kind of
miss
neat
it,
when I'm
don't you?
outside of work. I actually have stories to tell. It's not like the same thing over and over. It's like I could tell stories, but I'm not going to waste a lot of time doing that. Like today, I went out to the garage to find a pair of gloves so I could do something, and 2 hours later, the garage is clean. So there's things I'm doing. It's kind of nice.
Wow.
How you doing?
I'm not cleaning out the garage. I can pretty much tell you that for certain. Actually, we're just in here burning the late night oil because we got to get everything squared away
Mm-hmm.
by. Actually, if you're seeing this right now and everything's not currently squared away, we're having an uh-oh. That's
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 gonna be
what's
bad.
happening. You're not here. You're on the road somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cincinnati by now, I think. Hopefully, it should
Oh
be.
boy, what a vacation.
Yeah, that was our number
Woo!
one destination.
Go Bengals.
So, kids, what do you want to do? And they said, we want to go to Ohio.
Yeah. Um, and yeah. And our test revealed that was a lie. We're getting ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the fourth annual It's Too Late live show, hosted by yours truly as well as Dave and Mary at Liberty Late Night at the private Bon Aqua Computer Club. That's in Bon Aqua, Tennessee, south of Nashville. But you have to get your tickets. Boy, you really have to get your
Get
tickets.
them now.
Yeah, get them 2 months ago if you don't mind. But if you can't do that, get them now, because it's Wednesday night. I
Yeah,
think. I
should
mean,
be.
yeah, it should be.
Time travel.
Um, yeah, it's kind of weird. No freaking show or movie that ever does time travel, like that's always the end of the show because it just immediately opens up Pandora's box of all the
Yep.
fallacies and issues. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
you can't do it.
Yep.
But we don't have time for that. Because we didn't want to leave everybody hanging because even though we're not here Wednesday night to do a show, it's not like we're not doing a show this week, right? Because we are doing a show this week. It's just going to be on Saturday.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad
Yes.
you agree.
I'm
Jesus
sorry.
Christ, Dave, you're
I
not
got, I
coming,
got,
are you?
I got,
You're
I got
not.
distracted because I was looking over my shoulder and it said live, and I'm like, oh shit, did I hit the wrong button? So I had to
Well,
reevaluate our whole situation here.
actually I already looked at and you know what? If we're live, then we'll just say hello to
Yeah, we'll,
chat.
just,
That's
we'll do it right now.
yeah. Not right now. People are thinking, oh, it's Wednesday. Crap, I thought it was
Yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah. But we didn't want to leave everybody hanging, so we decided it's been a while since we did a tier list.
It has. Too
Remember,
long.
remember when we did a Halloween candy tier list and it took an hour and 45 minutes?
We're not going to do that.
No, that's not going to happen. The pizza one went better, I thought.
Yeah.
But no, we're not doing that. Well, because for one, we don't have as many things, like we don't have as many things to choose from. But we took submissions from the audience, and the decision was you should do a tier list of the best sitcoms.
Yeah.
That's situational comedies for the layman. Yeah.
Good clarification.
But we even went further. We set some rules. I think everything's past 1970, right? Like
Pretty
we're
much.
not we're not doing 1932, you know,
Yeah.
like radio dramas. Like we're not doing that. We're
War of the
so
Worlds was amazing.
yeah. So it has to be since 1970. No animated shows, right? We're not doing
Yeah.
animated shows.
Yeah. No, there's not.
I think because we had a big debate about that the other night when we were discussing this with the
Mhm.
private community group, and it was that you think of like Simpsons, South Park, King of the Hill, Family Guy,
Yeah.
all those types of shows, but it's not really fair because those shows can theoretically go for an infinite number of seasons because they're just voice acting. The actors don't age on screen.
Yep.
So that was our cutoff. No animated shows since 1970. And we also, I think we cut out 4 or 5 from the original list that you and I just both said, what's that?
We never seen. Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So
We cut of talk on that.
Yeah, so we cut those out, and we're left with, I think, 41 shows. So go ahead and pull up the tier list group here, Dave. There are S through D tier is what we normally do. We've added 2 others. F tier is we'll never watch. That's a lot of judgment for having never seen the show, I guess. But
it took a lot of creative.
Yeah. You know that there's a bunch of people that have It's Too Late in F tier. We'll never watch.
Never watch.
And finally, there's a tier that I wouldn't necessarily say is below that. It's just never watched. We tried to cut most of the shows out that we both mutually said, I don't know what that is, but there might have been a few that snuck in there. So S is best shows on television. F is will never watch. Last is never watched. All right. We're going to start with 30 Rock.
30 Rock.
So that's Tina Fey, the Baldwin brother who just killed somebody. Isn't he in that? Yeah.
Tracy Morgan, their big name.
Yeah. Didn't he like almost die in a car accident?
Yeah, he did. Right up on I-90.
Oh,
it was
wow.
like really close. Yeah, he rolled his van. I think a few of his friends died in it, and he almost died with them. It's pretty tragic.
So about 30 Rock anyway.
Let's keep this upbeat. I used to love it. Me and Mary used to watch it all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
It did get old after a while, though.
I really only saw it in passing because I don't care for Tina Fey or Tracy Morgan or murderers. So I wasn't interested in the talent in the show. And I feel like Tina Fey's like the main character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't get it. Tina Fey is totally not entertaining as a writer or actor. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm not being a misogynist. There's plenty of women who are pretty, but Tina Fey is not good in 30 Rock.
All right. There we go.
We're off to a bad start here, Dave. All right. So 30 Rock has some sentimental feeling for you then.
A little bit, yeah. And it's just a bunch of one-liners all strung together. There's not really good writing. There's just a lot of funny jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, C somewhere in C maybe. That's what I'm feeling, but
all right. We'll use that as the Dalton line, right?
Yeah.
Like the good shows are going to be above that and the really bad shows are going to be below that. A Different World.
I used to watch it all the time when I was younger.
I want to tell people really quick at home, I think these are in alphabetical order. So if you're wondering like why we're just randomly jumping one decade to the next, it's because they're in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
So Different World. Man, I remember A Different World. I'm trying really hard to not allow my rosy colored glasses for the time totally color what I think about the show. Like A Different World came on in a happy time.
Yep. Yeah.
30 Rock came on when everything had already gone to shit. So
I agree with that.
Yeah. So what do you think about Different World?
Like, I know I liked it. I know I watched it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, I can't really determine if it was a really good show. It was just a good show for me at the time. So yeah, if you want to drop it somewhere there.
All right, we'll leave it in B for now because it's actually a show that I would watch, so therefore it's above 30 Rock.
Mm-hmm.
This is one that actually when we were scouring the web for like some all-time lists, this wasn't originally on the list, which I think was weird. Yeah, Alf.
I don't know. Maybe he came out with some conservative views that got him blacklisted.
Yeah, the big nose alien who ate cats.
Yeah.
He's like the anti-Garfield, I think.
Yep. Gordon Shumway.
He was very much like Garfield, but he ate cats as Alf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
and another
same kind of sense of humor. Yeah.
yeah. It was like a real life Garfield with an alien instead of a cat.
Yeah. Crapping
And
all over the guy. I
yeah,
can't think of his name. Yeah.
yeah. And also too, it's like if you said today, "Hey, let's write a show. We're going to make a sitcom where we're going to have like a little alien puppet and that's going to be like the main character of the show
Yeah.
with like some middle-aged dude." You'd be like, there's a 0% chance that's ever making it on TV. But
Smash.
Alf was huge.
Yeah.
Remember the Alf movie? Remember that?
No, I don't.
There was an Alf movie. So just now you
I'm
got a
gonna.
full weekend ahead.
Yeah, I'll put that on the wheel.
We'll do a screening of Alf on June 4th.
Yeah,
That's what,
that'll
yeah.
be the pre-show.
When everything goes to crap, and let's face it, it's really more when than if. Then we'll just watch Alf.
When it crashes. I'd say A if not S. I still remember jokes from that. I still have scenes in my head, and I don't remember a whole lot. So
I'm gonna put it at an A for now. It's either gonna
Okay.
be at the top of A or bottom of S.
okay,
Like I don't think it's better than I don't think it's the greatest show ever made, but for what it is,
yeah,
it's like, wow, that's a
amazing.
pretty good show. Yeah. Ooh. What? But talk about jumping around. We're going from
Yep.
Alf to All in the Family.
AL.
That in of itself is funny.
I like what the show is or what it was. It was
Yes.
very edgy.
It was.
I
Is it kind of weird that it was an edgy show and it was at the time and it was meant to be.
yeah
And today, because your general consensus is that the further and forward you go in time, the more edgy
Yeah.
and risque everything is. But if anything, I think they wouldn't make All in the Family today.
yeah can't say
Because
that.
it was too edgy. That's actually an accomplishment right there.
Is that still airing anywhere? Do they syndicate that anywhere? Because I'm wondering. Because I saw a meme where they said people say about old shows, "Oh, you couldn't make that anymore," and everybody, well, they're airing it right now at Nick and Night. Obviously you
Yeah.
can. But
Yeah.
this one, I don't know if they still. You could still
See, that's
catch
a
it.
weird one because I know, like with Looney Tunes is still on TV, but there's
Yeah.
certain episodes
Yeah,
that are
banned.
not.
Yep.
They're banned. So, is All in the Family Looney Tunes or is it Looney Tunes? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think
know.
I've seen a full episode of this show, but I've seen clips, and I thought it was pretty neat what they were trying to do, get everything
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. This is what I'm feeling. You tell me.
I can go with either. I don't have
Alright.
strong feelings about that one.
All right. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
We love it.
You guys love. You know what? I've probably only, other than like random little bits and clips from memes, I've probably only seen 2 episodes in my life.
Yeah, we don't keep up with it, but we keep trying to watch through it, and we'll start
Mhm.
back like a season than where we thought we were, and we'll just rewatch the same episodes over and over. These people are psychopaths, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. So the thing for me is that I know that there's moments that are really funny, but it still for me falls into the category of like awkward comedy. And you know how I feel
Oh,
about that. I don't
okay,
really
yeah.
like awkward comedy. And it's
Yeah.
like, because it's like if this was real life and you knew these people, you'd always be cringing, saying, "No, don't, come on."
Yeah, and,
you know?
and they don't even care. They just
Yeah,
they don't feel
they're sociopaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're genuine narcissists. So,
I'm gonna try to push it up as hard as I can. This show, so just know like I'm not gonna say S, but I would like to see it in A.
okay, we'll leave it right there for now. And what is totally not race clickbait is Blackish.
Yeah, I might have seen like a minute of it while flipping through channels. The guy in that's funny. I think he's a funny comedian. I can't remember who he is, but I've never sat through a show. Maybe it doesn't speak to me.
It's not for you, Dave. You know who it's for? No one.
Yeah, because
Uh,
you can't say it's racist because we loved A Different World. That's way up there.
Well, you know what? We don't have time to like have an expose on this tier list episode about
Yeah.
all the reasons why we rank things, but that is absolutely 100% true that when we say that crap that's on television today that's like that is crap, it's crap because we've had better.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've had way better.
There you
So that's why you're an F tier, Blackish. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So I've seen a little bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
I will say I don't really care for Andy Samberg.
So, yeah, as for me and my family, we like him.
Like he wants so hard to be the next Adam Sandler. And the funny thing is that other than like Happy Gilmore, I didn't even like Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Like I liked Adam Sandler, but I can see why people don't. You know, it's real kind of goofy, cringy, but I always enjoyed most of his movies. And not Blackish. What are we on? Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Me and Mary watched a few episodes. We really liked it, but obviously it wasn't good enough to keep us coming back because we don't take the time to watch more of them. Like if they're on, we like them, but
I feel like that show is like a microcosm of Andy Samberg to me, which is when it first appeared, it was funny, but it's played out.
Okay, I could see that. Maybe
He's still playing the same tune. Like he has that kind of like youthful charm about him, you know, but he's not as young of a man as he used to be. Like when he first came on the scene, like on SNL, I mean, dude, that was like 15, 20 years ago at this point.
That's sickening.
Like he first got really famous when I first went to college when I was 18, 19 in 2004.
And that's when they were doing those digital shorts and stuff?
Yeah. And it's 2022.
Oh my gosh.
But he's still him. And I don't find that funny anymore.
You grew out of him. Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes above the 30 Rock line because
I'll go with that.
I wish I could save I wish I could save the best for last, but they're in alphabetical order.
Yep.
Sometimes you want to go where
everybody knows your name. Oh yeah, I forgot we don't sync up here.
But that one time we did, though. It was beautiful.
On accident. Yeah.
How'd that happen? I don't know.
I was buzzed enough. I don't know.
You were buzzed enough to be 2 seconds behind.
Sounded perfect to me.
All right. I mean, I make no bones that it belongs in S tier because for me, it's the greatest sitcom ever made.
It was good stories, good cast, good feelings, good time frame of my life. It's got the nostalgia. It's got it's checking all the boxes.
It surprisingly holds up well.
I haven't watched one in a while. Yeah.
Go catch a random episode of Cheers, like from season 4 or 5 or something on YouTube, and you'll be like I can obviously look at it and see that this was in like somewhere between the mid 80s to early 90s.
Okay, yeah.
But in the way they're dressed, in the way their hair is. But all of the talk, the speech, the themes, the jokes, everything lands right now, which you can't, that's like, how do you do that? Like, how would we start out today saying, let's write something that'll be totally appropriate in 2040? You know, like.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also love Woody Harrelson in that he's like that.
Yes.
You know, that good old kid, you know, and next thing you know, he's in Natural Born Killers and all the Zombieland. Yeah. He's a badass now.
In what other instance could Rhea Perlman have ever had a career? Like, but she was great in Cheers.
Yeah, she's perfect barmaid.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. The mailman was in Star Wars. Isn't that amazing?
He was in Star Wars?
Yeah,
Cliff
he was in Star Wars. Yeah. The guy that played the mailman was in Star Wars. I think he was in Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
I don't know if I noticed. I might have known that.
Throwing that out there. Another funny tidbit about Cheers, and we'll move on, is that did you see that picture? Did I send you that picture that shows you the ages of the people in that picture when the picture was taken?
I don't think so. No.
Like that picture right there of Ted Danson, Cliff, Norm, whatever. I mean, they all look like they're in their mid 40s or 50s. Mm-hmm. So I today am 2 years older than that Norm was in that picture. He was 34 in that picture. Dude, in 1985, everyone looked 50 years old. That's just that's just how it is.
Quicker.
Yeah, Ted Danson I think was a teeny tiny bit older. Shelley Long was younger. But yeah, all the men in that picture except for the old bar owner were in their early 30s.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine that? Okay. All right. It's an S tier. Community.
Did you catch any of those?
Community. So if I was gonna be with a white woman, yeah, Allison Brie.
Oh.
You need a minute?
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
All right. I mean,
I loved the show. Me and Mary loved it. I thought it was amazing. They would go anywhere. There was no limit to where they could take their storylines. It would just get ridiculous, and I always enjoy ridiculous comedy. I like that Joel McHale, is that who's
yeah,
starring
Joel
that?
McHale. Yeah,
I like his what am I looking for? His attitude, his comedy. I think it's pretty funny. But I think a lot of the supporting cast really carried him because he couldn't have done it by himself.
yeah.
Child Gambino, he's the rapper in there.
The
Him and
Asian
Troy
guy,
Abed.
the doctor is in there.
Oh yeah, from The Hangover.
Yeah, because he's a doctor in real life. He actually is a
Yeah,
doctor.
he's brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah.
He went to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd A if not S, but I'd be fine with A. I wouldn't put it in S. No, A.
Okay.
After in
above
between.
or below Alf?
Above Alf.
Poor Alf. All right.
Even that, maybe because it's more current for me.
Yeah.
That's
Curb
fine.
Your Enthusiasm.
We love that too. Oh wait, no,
Yeah?
no, I was thinking of something else. I've actually never seen an episode. I've seen some clips. I like the idea of it, but that's super cringe humor, right? Have you never seen it?
I've never
Yeah,
seen Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't, because when people clue me in on things like, hey, do you watch such and something? You know what's about? They're like, oh, it's super cringe. I'm like, okay, then why are you watching it? Like, I don't,
yeah,
it's
I can't
weird.
give a judgment.
All right, designing women. Dave and I aren't exactly the demographic, I think, for this
Oh, really?
program.
I know
But
I've
I
seen
do-
a few episodes.
I remember it on TV. I mean, I'm old enough to it was on TV, and I remember my mom taped the finale. Like the younger people in our audience have no idea what I just said.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes you would put a tape in your VCR, and let's just see what happens.
Like a Scotch tape? What do you
Yeah, and then you would keep it in a box in your closet, and then you'd have to burn it if the FBI showed up. So,
Yeah, DC. I
Yeah.
have no feelings on it. I assume it wasn't that great.
all right.
We'll leave it there.
Those ladies need the D. So there you go. Everybody Loves Raymond.
It's like
Now,
I hate a lot about it, but it's a good show.
Now there's a lot that's one of those shows. It was on CBS. It was on forever. It feels like.
Yep.
For a show that's not cartoon, it was on a long time. I never got it. Like, I never got why it was like the head of the CBS lineup.
Yeah.
It was like, oh man, if I'm gonna have a show, I gotta have my show on the night that Everybody Loves Raymond's on, so I can get ratings. Like, what are you talking? Nope. Who watches Everybody? I literally never met anyone who said, "Oh my God, Alan, did you see Everybody Loves Raymond last night?"
Did you catch
That happened 0 times in my whole life.
That's true. Yeah, unremarkable but good.
And it had that really tall guy in it that talked with the really low voice.
Yeah.
But he was a cop though, so fuck him. Yeah.
Deborah.
It just like, what's funny about it? Here's a funny little tidbit. I actually saw a clip with Ray Romano with Norm Macdonald where he was saying he hated the name Everybody Loves Raymond. he didn't. It's his show. It's like loosely based on his family and his life.
Yeah.
And he wrote the show. And he hated the name Everybody Loves Raymond. They didn't have a title, and the producer, like Les Moonves or whoever at the network, said, well, we'll go with Everybody Loves Raymond, but it's only a working title. And as soon as they told him that, he knew it's over. It's going to be Everybody Loves Raymond. And the reason why it was called that was because his brother in real life was short, not huge, but he was a cop. He was a New York cop. And his brother actually was kind of bitter and resentful and hated Ray for being like famous and successful, because cops are supposed to be worshipped, and Ray's worshipped and he wasn't, because everybody hates cops. And so where that line comes from is, one time Ray Romano won an award, and his brother came over and he saw the award and he said, what is this? And Ray said, oh, I won an award for da-da-da-da. And his brother said, yeah, I don't get an award for being spit and cussed at every day, but Everybody Loves Raymond. And that became the name of the show. Yeah. So the story's better than the fucking show. So you know what? Out of respect to the story, it goes above 30 Rock.
Okay. That's fine.
Mostly out of disrespect to 30 Rock, it goes above 30 Rock. Frasier.
Solid show.
Toss salad, scrambling. So I love Frasier. I think Frasier is also one of the best sitcoms ever made. There's Frasier people and Cheers people. I think most people who like one like both, because they're like in the same universe, you know?
Yeah.
But you either like Frasier more or you liked Cheers more. For me, Cheers is the golden standard. Yeah. But it's not like it was... Frasier, in my mind, Frasier is like the greatest quote-unquote spinoff ever made. Because aren't like all spinoffs terrible? But technically, Frasier is kind of a spinoff.
Excuse me. Yeah, usually they got nothing. But yeah, like, Frasier was a solid show on its own.
Like Friends was like the biggest show. I mean, Friends fucking sucked. But Friends was like one of the biggest shows ever, and every spinoff they did was just a cataclysmic
Did
failure.
They do spinoffs?
Well, I don't know if they were technically spinoffs, but like, remember Joey?
Oh.
Remember Joey? Yeah.
He had a show. I vaguely.
So in my mind, if Cheers didn't exist, Frasier's the best sitcom ever made. But Cheers does exist, which it kind of needs to for Frasier to exist.
I think I'd like things better than Frasier, but I'll allow it.
That's unfortunate for you. I remember back in the day, other shows used to joke that like Frasier was only for like these high IQ people, because Frasier and Niles would have these conversations, and I was like, but there was like greasy dumb humor with the dad and stuff, and it's like, what are you talking about? Is
like always talking about classical musicians. Obviously, I can't understand this. You know?
Yeah, like whatever, dude. It's just, that's based like that's the defining moment of Kelsey Grammer's career, pretty much. Like, imagine being a side character on another show and thinking, man, this is as good as it's ever gonna get, and then them saying, how about you just have your own show?
Yeah,
like
that'd be pretty sweet. And then to blow up like that.
Yeah, like I think people who watch Cheers and never watch TV again, if you had told them there's going to be another show in this universe, I'm not sure everyone would have guessed that Frasier would have been the character. Yeah. But he was, and it was great. So there you go. So no one told you life was gonna be this way.
Oh, Mary's gonna hate this.
It fucking sucks. It's terrible.
It did. It was awkward and.
Okay, so awkward comedy. Plus incredibly low level like punchlines. Yeah. No intelligence. Like it's the bizarro Frasier. Like there's no intelligence to Friends at all. Probably was on for a little too long as well.
Yeah. I think that was like in my high school years. I'd watch a few of those because not the storyline.
I remember having a teacher. It was on in middle school when I was in middle school. Yeah. And I remember having a teacher that some of the ditzy girls in class were like, "Oh my God, Miss Irwin, did you watch Friends last night?" And her answer was like, "Why do I need to watch a show about a bunch of like 20-somethings ruining their lives when I can do that myself?" Because she was 20-something. and of course at that moment I was just So for me, Friends is crap.
Yeah.
Anika's going to leave me too, so it's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll have more time to do tier lists after this, but um, it's
Whoa.
probably still better than Everybody Loves Raymond.
Wow.
I mean,
That's you're very, very nice to friends.
when you said Raymond, like that was you encapsulated the whole series.
Deborah.
That was the whole. That's really good, by the way. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's technically better than a show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I mean, I get that Friends was like a cultural icon show, but
Yeah.
I basically never enjoyed it.
Don't understand why.
Yeah, I
But
don't understand why.
there must have been a feeling to it that
You know
captured.
they wouldn't. You know they wouldn't make Friends today because it would say hashtag Friends so white.
Oh,
So it goes below Different World.
wow. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay.
All right, but above Everybody Loves Raymond. You know what? Everybody Loves Raymond is the new Dalton line. We're moving 30 Rock down. Everybody Loves Raymond is now the Dalton line. All right. Golden Girls.
That's amazing. That's an amazing show.
Golden Girls. Like, I didn't appreciate it enough when I was really little. And then when I got a little bit older, like I realized more.
Oh yeah. That Blanche Devereaux, she's
Yeah. Oh yeah, that must be it, Dave. That's exactly what I was talking about.
she's crazy.
Yeah. You know, it was also funny that the oldest of the old, the little old lady that I guess is like the mom of what's her name. She was actually younger than what's her name.
Yep, I remember hearing that.
This is kind of weird. Yeah. Of course, we don't have the memes anymore about the surviving Golden Girl.
Sad.
Betty White. Yeah.
Definitely higher than that.
Yeah. I just had to say it down.
You're just parking it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I put it above All in the Family at least. So it's definitely above All in the Family. Is it above Alf?
Yes, I think so.
Is it above Community?
It almost seems disrespectful to put it below it, but it's somewhere in that area.
Is it above It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? They're very different shows, you know?
Yeah,
like, I get that.
It depends on who you are.
Yeah.
I think you could park it there.
Okay, we'll put it there for now. You know, another category that we didn't think about that I thought about at the last minute was, in my mind, shows that are filmed on a variety of sets without an audience are not a sitcom. So, like, It's Always Sunny is not a sitcom. Sitcoms are, you see the stage like theater, and the audience is there laughing. That's a sitcom.
Yeah,
so, like, Golden Girls is a sitcom. It's Always Sunny is not a sitcom. It's just just a comedy.
Yeah, because if you think about a lot of the sitcoms, it's just a room in front of a stage.
And you also notice too, like all these really amazing classics were the true definition of sitcom. Some of these new, like more like bigger cast, wider variety type shows that and they may be good, but they're not the same.
Yeah.
They're not the same. 30 Rock, for instance. I'm not beating on a dead. Like 30 Rock and Everybody Loves Raymond are completely different shows. They're filmed differently. They're produced differently. No live audience. Yeah.
So, anyway. Wow, I never even thought about that. That is we could have really narrowed this down to a sitcom. I can see. Oh,
maybe we'll do like classic sitcom eventually someday because it does it like not half like. Basically, really, the newer third of the list just is gone. We Thanos'd it. All right, How I Met Your Mother, which is a newer show, but it is a classic sitcom.
I used to love it, and then I got bored with it.
Yeah, I did. I just never really identified with the characters, really. Like, like I was like, I can't enjoy an ensemble show of like 20, 30 somethings unless I can identify with the characters, if that makes sense. And I don't identify with these people at all. Like these would not be my friends.
Yeah. I've never been in a dating scene like that. And
I used to think that redheaded chick was kind of cute though.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not even asking for your opinion. It's assumed what your opinion is, but
I got a thing for redheads.
no. I'm gonna park it right above Everybody Loves Raymond, or is
Yeah,
it right below Everybody Loves Raymond?
it's in
I don't
that
know.
area.
I talked a lot of shit about Everybody Loves Raymond.
I love Doogie Howser in that one. Whatever his NPH.
Yeah, Neil Patrick
I
Harris.
always
Yeah.
I always love his characters, which
All
is
right.
so weird because it's so different than who he is.
Okay. We'll bump it up one. All right.
Uh,
Letterkenny.
that
So I have some
hilarious, but
friends that
my
yeah.
attention span can't handle it for very long.
I have some friends that think Letterkenny is just the funniest thing that's ever happened to them. Um, I get why it's funny, but I don't watch it, if that makes sense.
No, I dig it. You know what I feel about that? Like we watched a few of the episodes, and they're okay. But what I liked was the YouTube shorts. You know, like their little
Mhm.
like a 5 minute like try to keep up with the dialogue, and
Yes.
they're saying funny stuff and they're saying it fast and they're coming fast
Mhm.
and hard and then it's just like, but I can't watch a whole episode. I don't think it.
It's better as skit comedy than it
Yep.
is as a show.
Yep.
And since we're on that topic, it's also surprise, surprise. It's not a classic sitcom.
No.
It's also produced. So that just I don't know. The more I think about it, like we're not going to redo the list or anything, but the more I think about it, I feel like you're losing points if you're doing takes, you're doing shoots and reshoots in a studio somewhere and,
We're in a field.
yeah. So I don't know. Cuz it's like, a lot of these people if they had that big of a budget and can go film movies every week could have done a different kind of show than they did. It's a different kind of show cuz most of these sitcoms are like live theater basically. It's
Mhm.
not, it's different. So I don't know. I get that it's really funny, but I definitely think it would have been funnier as sketch comedy rather than a whole. And they're up to like a bajillion seasons now too.
Are they?
Um, I think they are. So I'm gonna put it up at the bottom of B. I think.
Yeah, because it is really funny in small increments, I think.
Yeah. All right. Maybe I put it at the top of B. I don't know. Louis, which
And that was rough.
I'm not sure how much of a comedy this situational comedy
Yeah.
is supposed to be.
Yeah,
It's pretty sad.
a lot of it. Yeah, a lot of it was real
Yeah.
sad. And then there's like no laugh track, no kind of audience,
No.
anything, awkward silences.
Yeah. Well, if you know about Louis C.K., he once upon a time had a sitcom on HBO and it got canceled because nobody
I
liked
think I
it.
remember that. Yeah.
And then it was after that he suddenly he blew up. His stand up really blew up, and then it was after that everyone wanted to offer him a TV show again, and he did Louis. And so Louis, the show Louis, is actually kind of like a reimagining of his original show Louis,
Oh, neat.
but it is more dramatic than the original one, which was a sitcom with an audience and all that stuff. So it's almost like it's a relic of its time. The original show is a relic of the 90s, and the new show is a relic of more like today in how it's in the tone and everything. I mean, I love Louis C.K. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of his stand up that is basically recreated in the show. He tells bits in his stand up that he basically acts out in the show, which is kind of neat to see.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's not like I'm not rolling on the floor laughing at Louis.
Yeah.
There's some depressing shit in that show. So I mean, he's just more talented than the losers in the C tier, but it's not really a great sitcom.
No.
So
Like I was fascinated by it, but then I just kind of I think we finished the first season. Can't remember.
yeah. I'm
That's
gonna put
fine.
it at the bottom of B so that he's above the plebs. That's it. MASH. Which is another show that is unbelievably iconic, but this isn't exactly always rolling on the floor laughing.
No, my mom loved it. Like she still watches it today. Like we bought her
Yeah.
DVDs and stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be great if we watched it because I know there was a lot of edgy comedy in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I've seen episodes. I was there when they were playing, but I can't remember too much about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those where, like, the only reason I don't have Friends lower is because I just understand that it was such a cultural icon that if I put it down
Mhm.
there in D, people would be like, how do you not think Friends is better than Designing Women? You know? Because it is better. But personally, I don't think it's really all that great. So with MASH, I do think MASH is great, but it's great for reasons other than being a comedy.
Yeah.
It's a cultural icon, but I think a way more important cultural icon than Friends was. And also funnier than Friends was too, even though Friends was supposed to be funny. So
And once you get in
okay.
that like E area, I don't even. I can't
Okay.
distinguish them.
Is MASH better than ALF?
It probably was, but not to me.
That's who. Right now, there's people in the chat saying, I'm not coming Saturday. Fuck y'all's
Yeah, we're gonna
event.
have a lot of disagreements for the people who do show up. That'll be nice to have. We'll have something to
All right.
conversate about.
Because the thing is that the way because this is the problem with tier lists is that we're ranking them in not only in tiers, but against each other. We're
Yeah.
saying that Community is better than ALF based on what we discussed earlier. But to
Yeah.
me, Community's not better, but we have Community above ALF. The problem is that if you think that ALF is better than MASH, but I think MASH is better
Oh,
than Community.
yes, that's tricky. Yeah.
Okay, this is what we're doing. All right.
Okay.
Community's staying in A tier, but I can't
All right.
have Community above MASH. I just can't
Okay.
do it. Just
That's reasonable.
it's going to be a hard sell to put Alpha Buff Mash, to
Yeah.
be quite frank. But I think we can sell some of these other ones. I don't think we can sell Community being better than Mash. I don't think the performers in Community would agree that Community is better than Mash. I don't think they would. All
That's
right.
fine.
Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle.
We like it a lot. We watched one recently. We haven't watched it in years. And the parents they stole a car and they're leaving and they're just gonna run for the border or something like that. And I'm like, man, I relate on this to this a whole different level now that I'm a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Like when
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid, I was watching the kids doing all the crazy stuff in the show and getting in trouble and stuff and laughing at that. I think it has a lot of depth. I think it was a good show. And it was, for the most part, a sitcom, like as you defined it. It
They
was
didn't have an
just,
audience, though, Malcolm in the
they
Middle.
didn't? It
No.
seemed like, the situations, they're always,
Mm-hmm.
it's a family show, but yeah, I see.
Um, I hated the mom so much that it turned me off from the show.
Yeah, she's annoying.
See, that's the thing is that's the point. That's her character that
Yeah.
she plays in the show.
Yeah.
But I don't like it, so I can't watch the show because if the
She was
mom
too
is
much.
heavily featured in the episode, I can't watch the episode. And of course, there's the obvious issue that the show's called Malcolm in the Middle, but who gives a fuck about Malcolm? Which is kind of the point of him being in the middle. But I don't give a fuck about Malcolm.
Yeah. Yeah, Brick was
Other
the
people,
character you're watching.
everyone else
Yeah.
in the show is funnier. The little kid's really funny. And of course, obviously, the dad.
Yeah. What's
So
the top of B?
the top of B is Letterkenny, then All in the Family, then Different World, then Louie.
See, I'd like it. I'd like it better than Letterkenny. And yeah, like you said, it shifts stuff around. It's so weird. Like
Mm-hmm.
All in the Family. I'm sure like a generation before me would say Malcolm in the Middle is better than All in the Family, but
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
couldn't really tell you.
Okay, so right now the bottom of A is Community, and the top of B is Malcolm in the Middle.
Those seem right.
Okay.
Everything
All
else
right.
around it is a little hazy.
I have a feeling that the Alf Mash controversy will follow us to our graves.
That's gonna be. It's gonna be.
No one's yeah. All right. Modern Family.
I liked it for a while, and then I don't care for it anymore.
I never cared for it because that's another show that I mean maybe there's some moments in it that are funny and maybe people that are into that really really like it, but it doesn't communicate to me in any way.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't.
mean, they had a lot of funny moments and stuff like that, but there's the characters seemed, I don't know, like shallow. Like, oh, we have this situation, and then we're gonna keep playing it out in different
Mhm.
things. Like oh no, the hot woman married the rich guy because she loves him. It wasn't about the money. The hot young woman marrying the old rich guy, that she loved him. Yeah, maybe she learned to love him, but I don't buy it. You can, yeah. Where are you at with it?
The top of C.
I'd like it under Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but yeah, I can get a fight for it.
All right.
Yeah, anything you want to shift around there.
All right. There we go. I'm content
Definitely
with the
better than
middle
nine.
area.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm okay with that. The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Mary Tyler Moore. This is one of the oldest ones to make the list at our
Yeah,
cutoff. Because I think it was like 70 or 72 or something like that. MASH was 72.
yeah.
In fact, we
I
said
could.
it at 70 because if we didn't have those shows in it, people would have got mad.
Yep.
That's the only reason we did it. All right, Mary Tyler
Yeah,
Moore.
I couldn't tell you.
It's definitely a relic of its age.
I know the name.
I mean, the thing is that MASH, you could argue, obviously, is a relic of its age because it's very particular to the time. It's a period piece. MASH is. In some ways, Mary Tyler Moore is, but MASH is a million miles ahead of Mary Tyler Moore. Like, it's totally incomparable. What's funny is that the next show we have to do is Murphy Brown, and the next show after that is New Girl. These three shows are the same, but Mary Tyler Moore, despite having Mary Tyler Moore in it, is not doing so good. So,
Dig it.
I think it's going to be right below the Dalton line.
Okay.
Yeah. Murphy Brown. Murphy
Yeah,
Brown's
I know.
another
I
show
used to
that
watch it every once in a while.
it's another show that I feel like was on TV for a long time.
It could have been.
We'll have to, somebody in chat will have to verify. It feels like it was on TV for a long time. And it had Candace Bergen. Is it Bergen or Bergen?
I can't. Very strong woman character.
Yes, strong female character. But you know what, though? In the same way that A Different World was way better than Blackish, and that's why Blackish is way down towards the bottom, like, a lot of the criticism of modern media today is that all these companies are trying to be woke, and they shoehorn in all these strong female/minority characters. But it's not like they're the ones who invented that. Strong female characters existed in mythology before today.
Oh yeah.
And they were better. We're not mad because you have a strong female character. We're mad because they're gay.
The writing's stupid. The story's stupid.
Yeah, it's
Something's
just
wrong.
bad. Rey from Star Wars is shit.
I haven't seen that Star Wars yet.
I think Murphy Brown would take a long drag on her cig and smack the shit out of that little bitch. So Murphy Brown's going higher up. I know Disney Star Wars isn't on the list, but it's in F tier.
It's above that.
Yeah, Murphy Brown's going above that. I'm going to put it below Friends just because I feel like the lower Friends gets, the more I'm not going to ever have sex again.
Yeah, I dig it.
So, New Girl.
I have friends that love it. We enjoyed quite a few episodes of it.
Yeah.
It was quirky, funny. Not too memorable for me.
I did actually watch like the first season with Annika, and it didn't like I didn't leave her, so
Yeah.
you know.
I think it's above Modern Family. It's above that.
Okay, it's staying below Murphy Brown. Murphy Brown was slapped the shit out of that little bitch.
Yeah, but I don't think she was that feisty.
I don't get why people like what's her name so much. What is that, Zoe
Deschanel?
Yeah, like why do people like her so much?
In an Elf too, the movie Elf.
Yeah,
that's her. She was blonde in that one though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. News radio. We're not doing too bad, Dave. If we can knock out the rest of these in like 10, 12 minutes, we did a good one. News radio. I have fond memories of news radio, and I miss Phil Hartman so much.
Oh man, before his time, and he was hilarious.
Yeah, Phil Hartman made everything better. So
yeah, you can. What are you bumping there, Louis?
I mean, it's going to be up there for me. I don't know if it belongs in the same tier as MASH,
No.
but I think it's better than a lot of these generic sitcoms.
Yeah, you could either around Malcolm Middle, maybe over. I don't know.
All right.
I
We'll
think that
we'll
was a
make
great
it
show.
we'll make it the new, so Community's the bottom of A,
Okay.
News Radio's the top of B.
Yeah, that's cool.
Night Court.
I love that show.
I loved Night Court.
Yeah.
I know. I've actually gone back and watched clips of Night Court on YouTube as well, mostly
Mhm.
because you realize it's one of those things that I just wasn't old enough to realize how many different actors and actresses appeared in Night Court that you just
Oh
didn't
yeah.
know. Like
Yeah.
there was a ton of people in Night Court.
I bet.
Yeah. So Night Court was dope,
Mhm.
and the judge and Bull is the best. There was a recurring character on Night Court that was like a redneck family that like always got in trouble, and they were always trying to like figure out ways to hurry up and get them out of court because they always had some redneck story about what it was they were up to. So that man and woman, the man was Data from Star Trek.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, I loved that as a kid, and I probably wasn't getting half of the humor that was in it. For some reason, I'm like, I love the judge. He's a magician. It's awesome. The big bull guy that was a
Yeah.
cop or
So
whatever.
yeah, I loved Night Court.
Yeah, keep moving it up. It's gonna be A tier. I don't know if it's
Okay.
where between Alf and Golden Girls. I feel like Alf needs separated from Golden Girls.
Alf doesn't need to be with MASH either, but here we
Yeah.
are. I I'm not touching it. Fuck
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Alf stays.
Alf beating Mash. People are gonna be angry about that. Yeah.
I like how on the like Rolling Stones list we looked up the other night, Alf wasn't even on the list, and we
Yeah.
put Alf above MASH. All right, Parks and Recreation, Parks and Rec. You already know what I'm going to let you take over on this one because you already know what I'm going to say. I don't like awkward comedy.
Um, I thought it was hilarious. I did. They have great characters. Again, it's like 30 Rock, where I didn't like the main character is the least likable of the whole show. Like, everybody around her carried that show. There's a lot of good characters.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say this: the one guy who went on to be super famous, Star-Lord.
uh-huh.
What's
Yeah.
his name? Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, yeah.
I remember hearing in an interview that like he was in the very beginning of the show. He was like the fake disabled boyfriend of the one chick.
Yeah.
And he was not supposed to be in the show. He was supposed to be a bit character in that episode and then gone.
Yeah, I think
but
she broke up
but
with him.
everyone on set was like, "This is the funniest guy ever," and so they kept him on.
Yeah, good thing they did, because
Yeah.
amazing character.
Yeah, could you imagine him having a bit role in the first episode and never being in the show again?
It's like, I guess it's above Community or under. It's in that area.
Okay, I'm happy to put it above Community because I like the funniest people are funnier in Parks and Rec than the best people are in Community.
That's-
What's his name, mustache guy, the anarchist.
Yeah, Ron Swanson.
Yeah, Ron Swanson and Chris Pratt's character.
Yeah.
I mean, just those two.
And then April, I can't think of her real name. The dark. She's just
Yeah,
just so happy to destroy everything.
yeah.
Yeah, so many good characters. Yeah, I think
All right.
they have better characters than Community.
Okay, Roseanne. Now, this is not Roseanne that's on TV right now. No,
No.
nah, doesn't even exist. This
I would
is
like
the
to
ori-
even say, let's not even look at the last season of Roseanne.
Yeah, this is the original Roseanne.
Somewhere in there. Probably. Oh,
I think so. Okay, I think it's better than C tier.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm like,
Ro-
how does it compete against MASH right now?
Oh, okay. So you think okay? So this is the tier list. You think Roseanne's better than News Radio?
Probably. For me, it's
Okay.
more memorable. It might have
Then
been the period of my life, but
Okay, then it's definitely an A tier. Is Roseanne better than Community?
I think it was more relatable. It's so hard to judge because there's such different animals.
We're running out of time, Dave.
Okay.
Is Roseanne better than a Community?
Yes,
Is it better than Parks and Rec?
probably.
Is it better than MASH?
I wouldn't put it above that.
All right, that's where
Even
that's a good place.
I think that's generous, but yeah,
You know what?
they tackled heavy stuff.
There's a great classic lineup of shows right there. By the way,
Yeah, I'd
there's
sit
some
down and
great
watch
shows. I would, yeah. That's why they're an A tier right there. Sanford and Son.
See, that's another one. It's All in the Family. I don't. You probably put it somewhere there. I don't think I've seen a full episode, but I know I've seen clips and I got the idea of what they're doing. And
I think Sanford and Son is better than All in the Family, but they're very similar shows in touch in like cultural impact era. So why is my mouse disappeared? Okay. So I'm gonna put it right there for now. Scrubs.
I used to love it. I thought it was funny. I'm above Louis with it. It's somewhere in there between, for me, Louis and Malcolm in the middle, I think. Me and Mary used to love that show. And yeah, you can drop it there. I'll feel fine with it anywhere in there.
Oh, here comes another controversial one. Seinfeld. I mean, this was just the biggest show on TV for a long time. Like, there's a whole era in which TV was find a stand-up comedian that's popular, make him write a show. That was a whole era of television. I mean, basically still is. But Seinfeld was like the standard for that. Jerry Seinfeld was the biggest comedian on earth, like in the 90s, and then with the show. I'm not upset. Like, people who love Seinfeld are obsessed with Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
Seinfeld's one of those shows that, like, if they watch it on a streaming service and the streaming service announces, "Oh, Seinfeld's going away next month," they like send Athrax to the
they cancel it.
Yeah. I'm not that obsessed with Seinfeld, and it definitely was a show that, just like a lot, it didn't end on the best note, but it was funny, you know.
Yeah, I think I feel like right now, if it was on, I could sit there and watch a show, which I couldn't say for a lot of these.
That's another one, by the way. I know Seinfeld's was really more in the 90s, but George Costanza, when Seinfeld started, he was like 32 years old. Actually, I think he was younger than that. I think he was like 28.
I could see that. Yeah.
But, like, I mean, you could sort of kind of tell, like, if he had a full head of hair, you would think, you know.
I think at least better than Scrubs.
My least favorite character by far was Elaine.
The same.
I know this.
It's the same kind of character. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything makes me sound like a misogynist, but it's because she was shitty compared to the other characters.
They're obnoxious characters.
Yeah. So I definitely think Seinfeld is better than some of these classics. I think it's better than Letterkenny. I think it's better than Malcolm in the Middle. I think it's better than News Radio. So I think it's an A tier at least.
Yeah.
Is Seinfeld better than Community? I'm gonna say yes.
I'm fine with that.
Is Seinfeld better than Parks and Rec?
Probably.
Is Seinfeld better than Roseanne?
Ooh, there's the battle.
That's a toughie, because if it is better than Roseanne, then we're moving on to, is it better than MASH?
Oh, and that's
which they're totally different.
Yeah, it's apples and oranges. It's so hard to judge.
For right now, I'm gonna put it one above Roseanne and one below MASH.
That's cool.
Every single time we put a show in this area, I look back at Alf up there. Like, why is Alf better?
Honestly, like, I'm starting to feel like maybe it should drop down a little, but I feel like it's funnier to let it stay in there.
I'm gonna put Alf at the Alf at the bottom of the tier A classic hit list.
Okay, that's I think we held on to that one for too long.
In my heart, Alf is better than MASH, but by God, I'm leaving Night Court where it is.
Yep. I have no qualms about that.
All right.
I think of the battle between Golden Girls and Night Court. I think I'd have to sit down and watch a few episodes to really.
You're right.
Make
Night
that
Court
decision.
is better. I'm glad you mentioned that. All right. I like Night Court more than Always Sunny, but I let you rank that one.
Okay.
What you could just hear Carl getting angry right now. Taxi, Taxi.
That's in with the rest of them. It's like I can't remember ever watching an episode. I know I've watched some clips. It was really, you could tell it was like that 70s, 80s humor
Hmm.
that, I don't know.
I think Taxi is better than like All in the Family and Sanford and Son.
I think it was probably funnier from what
Yeah.
I've seen.
Is it better
Uh,
than Letterkenny?
It's apples and oranges, man. That's so hard. Like if like 5 minutes head to head between Letterkenny and Taxi, but Taxi would win in the long run, I think. Now with Malcolm in the Middle, I that's another one I'd have to sit down and watch some Taxi to really decide where it stands there.
All right, we're gonna leave it there for right now. Right now, there's people saying if you think Parks and Rec is better than Taxi, then unsubscribed. But we're gonna leave it there for right now. Big Bang Theory. All right. Um, it's
I've
just
seen
god
some of
awful.
them, and I've seen some of them, and I'm happy to never watch that show again.
It's god awful, and everyone who likes it should be put in a boxcar. I think they're
Well,
just
maybe
bringing down the human race.
you could send them to Australia or something. That's
Isn't it funny that a show that's supposed to be about geniuses is the dumbest piece of shit you've ever seen in your life?
it's terrible. It's the most
Yeah. All right.
lowbrow.
All right. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. The Bernie Mac Show.
Um, I used to like it.
I kind of liked it too.
It's above.
Like it wasn't as good as something like Different World,
Okay, yeah.
but it was better than like the just basic generic comedies.
hmm
So is it above or below Louis?
I'd put it above.
All
I
right.
like fun stuff. It's more fun for me.
All right. Bob Newhart.
I used to watch a lot of them. I remember watching them. That was with Larry, my brother Daryl, and my other brother Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to love that when I was a kid.
All right. Um.
Def- Definitely
Okay.
above Designing Women.
Well, yeah, but okay. First of all, is it better than the other like era pieces, All in the Family and Sanford and Son?
It's hard for me to judge because I watched Newhart and I remember enjoying it even as a child, and I'm sure as an adult it hit just as good. But with the other shows, I don't know enough about them to really place it.
Is it better than Letterkenny?
See, it's like I don't know about Letterkenny. I know it's probably better than Taxi, but it's just been there's so much time in between me seeing any of them.
Is it better than Malcolm in the Middle?
We can just drop it somewhere there.
All right.
I mean, you can if you remember more of it, you can tell me no, Dave, that's bullshit. It doesn't belong there.
No, no, I'm smiling because I saw what's next on the list.
Oh, oh, this
The
is fun.
Cosby Show.
Amazing. That might actually be S tier. Right up there with Alf.
It definitely hits different nowadays.
It does hit different nowadays. I haven't watched
Yeah.
it since then, but yeah, that was one we'd tune in, we'd know when it was on, and we're gonna watch Cosby Show. I don't know if it's this is
Okay.
such a hard tier list.
I know. All right, we're almost done, which is good because we're already over time.
Yeah.
But only by 4 minutes, not 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're doing good then.
Is the Cosby Show better than Community?
Probably.
Is it
Yeah.
better than Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Is it better than Alf?
I think it is. Yeah, because
Is it better than Roseanne? This is going to determine if you're a racist or not.
see, I think this is the area that it lands in. I think I enjoyed it more than Roseanne.
Okay. Is it better than Seinfeld?
Mm.
So I wasn't a huge fan of Seinfeld, but I think
Yeah.
Seinfeld was better than the Cosby Show.
Yep, drop it right there.
All right.
I think that
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
we love that show.
Fresh
My
Prince
dad
of
would-
Bel-Air was an all-time great. The guy
Yeah.
who starred in it has ruined his legacy. But we're not going to allow that to color us. We're going to only look at Fresh Prince.
I
Fresh
can
Prince of
still hear-
Bel-Air was an
Go
all-time
ahead.
great.
I can still hear my dad yelling and Fresh Prince is on, like we're
Yeah.
all gonna watch it.
I am tempted to make it the third entry into the S tier.
It was so much fun. Yeah.
I don't like it as much as Cheers or Frasier, but I do
No.
like it more than the classic lineup that's right underneath it. So it's either going to be the top of A or the bottom of S.
That's a good mess. That's
All
yeah.
right. He gets S. Look,
Yeah.
see, we have some representation in the S tier.
We're very diversified here at
All right.
It's Too Late.
The Jeffersons. The Jeffersons.
I remember enjoying a few of those episodes when I was younger. I remember seeing a few. So I
Is the Jeffersons better than Sanford and Son?
probably. I don't know.
Is the Jeffersons better than Letterkenny?
Yes.
Is
I
it better than Taxi?
probably.
Is it better than Bob Newhart?
It's somewhere in there.
Is it better than Malcolm in the Middle?
Not to me.
All right, that's where it goes. The Odd Couple.
I know I've seen a few of those. I remember it being funny. It's so hazy. So I think it would be better than might be under Scrubs. Like just drop it there. I don't even know.
I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it below A Different World and above Bernie Mac.
Okay.
Okay, so we only got two left to go.
Oh.
So another one of the awkward comedy. I
Yep.
guess the originator of the modern awkward comedy,
Yeah.
The Office.
But also this is a copy of a British show.
So we're not doing the British one. It wasn't on the list.
Right.
This is the American Office.
I'm gonna go for me. See, this is they're diehard fans for this show. I
Yes,
like it.
there are.
It's gonna be somewhere in it's gonna be an A tier for me towards the end, but probably better than Parks and Rec.
Okay, because I was about to say, I think for most people, it's are you a Parks and Rec or an Office?
Yeah,
So Office is above Parks and Rec.
yeah. And they
Is
were
the
on
off-
I think the same night. Like they
Is the Office better than Alf? I'm gonna say no.
yeah, go ahead and drop it there.
All right,
I don't know. It's
Al-
yeah, I love that show. Yeah.
Alf is killing it. All right, last one because these are actually duplicates.
Yeah.
Will and Grace.
I remember enjoying a couple episodes. I loved the Karen character. I think carried it. Her and the I don't know the skinny gay guy. I can't think of his name.
I was gonna say the gay guy, but that doesn't really work on this show.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Those two together was a great part of the show, but it wasn't enough to carry it.
I'm actually kind of surprised Will and Grace is on our list, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
That's
it
kinda
seems like it could be forgettable.
It's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's like man, it's like head to head, things could line up, but the way that it all lays out right now does not look right.
Okay, all right. So ignore this one, folks at home, because that's just
Yeah.
another Will and Grace. All right, we're gonna take just a moment to review, and then we're
Okay.
we're out because we gotta get to the venue and
Yeah, I
set
got
up for
work
the.
to do.
We got work to do. All right. So that's the list. So we'll take one quick pass through. Is there any jockeying of shows around? What we'll say is that if a show is in a tier, it must stay in the tier. That way we don't go. That way we don't redo the whole tier list.
Yeah.
Okay, so never watched has Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm sure it's a great show. I've never seen it. And
Yeah.
Dave has. So F tier is Blackish and Big Bang Theory. They absolutely belong there.
Mhm.
I'm tempted to say that a couple of other shows could have gone there, but we're not gonna re-tier. D tier, 30 Rock, Will and Grace, Designing Women. Is
Yeah,
Will and
I'd
Grace
That's fine. You can leave them there.
yeah.
30 Rock I liked.
Okay? I'm sad then that you liked it because I put it so far down.
That's okay.
All right, but so within the tier, 30 Rock is the best. Will and Grace second. Designing Women's third.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, C tier. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Friends, Murphy Brown, New Girl, Modern Family, How I Met Your Mother, Everybody Loves Raymond, The Mary Tyler Moore Show. So first of all, what a weird tier of shows.
Yeah.
Second of all, so is Brooklyn Nine-Nine better than Friends?
To me, yes, I would definitely rather watch.
Okay.
Friends.
Is Friends better than Murphy Brown?
I'll agree with that.
Is Murphy Brown better than New Girl?
I don't know about that, but yeah, if I had to pick between the two and what I wanted to watch, it'd be New Girl.
Is Murphy Brown better than Modern Family?
Yes.
Is Modern Family better than How I Met Your Mother?
I don't think so. No.
See, you're
Yep.
so you get to have 30 Rock in D. I get to have How I Met Your Mother in C when I would have put it in F. I think that's one of the worst shows ever made. All right, is Modern Family better than Everybody Loves Raymond?
No.
It's not. Okay.
I don't think so.
Is Modern Family better than Mary Tyler Moore Show?
I'd say probably not, but I'll let you pick.
We'll go nostalgia bait, and so Modern Family just lost like 5 spots right there.
Yeah.
It got bumped. Murphy Brown got bumped one.
That's where
Modern
the shakeup
Family,
happens.
yeah, it took a dive. All right, B tier, which is our biggest tier. Is News Radio better than Malcolm in the Middle? So for me, yes. It's a traditional sitcom. Malcolm's not. Phil Hartman versus no Phil Hartman.
Yeah. But you got Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. I mean, Bryan Cranston is great, but this isn't Breaking Bad. This is
going to be the hardest tier to sort through for me. I don't even know if I want to. I kind of want to just leave everything where it is.
Well, too bad.
Okay.
Is News Radio better than Malcolm in the Middle?
I don't want to know the truth.
We're going to go fast.
Yeah.
All right. Is News Radio better than The Jeffersons?
Probably, yeah.
Is The Jeffersons better than Bob Newhart?
I'll agree with that.
Is Bob Newhart better than Taxi?
Yeah.
Is Taxi better than Letterkenny?
Probably.
Okay. Is Letterkenny better than Sanford and Son?
I couldn't really tell you, but
no, we're going yes or no answers here, Dave.
I'll say yes. Okay, yes.
Okay. Is Sanford and Son better than All in the Family?
Yes.
Is All in the Family better than Scrubs?
That's gonna screw everything up.
It's okay. If you think Scrubs is better, say so.
Yeah, I like Scrubs a lot.
Is Sanford and Son better than Scrubs?
Probably not. I don't know. It's Scrubs is gonna.
Is Letterkenny better than Scrubs?
Okay. All right, we'll stop it right there. Just so
okay. Yeah. Is All in the Family better than A Different World?
Probably.
Is Different World better than Odd Couple?
Yeah.
Is Odd Couple better than Bernie Mac?
Yeah.
Is Bernie Mac better than Louie?
Yeah.
All right. See, it's just that easy, Dave.
Yeah, I'm not just saying that to get through this.
Okay. All right. And is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, is it better than Night Court?
To me, yeah. Right now in my life.
To me, no. That's a toughie. All right.
Yeah.
Is Night Court better than Golden Girls?
Yes.
Is Golden Girls oh god. Is Golden Girls better than MASH? It's okay to say no. We're almost done. It's fine. Is Golden Girls better than MASH?
No, I'd rather watch MASH.
All right. Is Golden Girls better? Oh, is Night Court better than MASH?
Yes.
All right. Then
that's what
MASH...
I'm thinking right now. That from now on, what would I rather watch right now? Okay, I have
is
the
Golden
option.
Girls better than Seinfeld?
No.
Is MASH... Oh, God, two titans of TV right here.
Yeah.
Is MASH better than Seinfeld?
Yes, I think I'd rather watch MASH.
Is Golden Girls better than The Cosby Show?
Oh, shoot. No.
It's okay.
No.
It's all right. All right.
Flip them.
Is Seinfeld better than The Cosby Show?
Yeah.
Is Golden Girls better than Roseanne?
Yes.
Is Roseanne better than Alf?
No.
Ooh, baby. All right. Is Golden Girls better than Alf? Alf's making a comeback. Here it comes. Here it comes.
No, it's not.
Is Golden Girls better than Alf?
No.
Damn it. I think it is. All right. Is Roseanne better than The Office?
To me, no. No, I'd rather watch The Office.
Is Office better than Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Is Parks and Rec better than Community?
No.
Oh. Is The Office better than Community?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do one little switcheroo on you.
Yeah, go
Is
ahead.
Parks and Rec better than Malcolm in the Middle?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll leave the tears then. Is the Odd Couple better than Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I'd rather watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah.
All right. We won't rehash all those. We'll leave
Okay.
that. All right.
Oh, it's actually a pretty good refining, I think, once we're getting a feel for it.
I thank you. I had a plan. All right.
Okay.
Is Cheers better than Frasier?
Yes.
Okay, I agree. I'm a Cheers I think they're both excellent, but I'm a Cheers person. Is Frasier better than Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Okay.
Yeah, let's get in our...
No, I'd rather watch Fresh Prince.
Okay, you're wrong. Actually, Frasier is better than Fresh Prince.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not upset that I was wrong.
But I'll give you this one. Is Fresh Prince better than It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh, see? Leave it. Yeah. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there you are. That's the
I
list.
think that's pretty solid. I'd like that. The speed round where I was just like, if I'm given two choices, which one do I want to watch? That's there you go. Which is better?
There you go. So let us know in the comments what your opinion, what we got right, what we got wrong, how you would rate them. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Tell us Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't have time to do your tier list. You're going to be with us on Saturday at the 4th annual It's Too Late live show. Yeah, kill the tier list. We're done with that garbo.
All right.
Wait, hold on.
Tier lists give me a lot of anxiety.
Wait.
It's because we both did the same thing at the same time.
Dave, do you have a final thought?
Yeah. Tier lists give me a lot of anxiety. Like, because my personality type is where it's like I want to do things correctly. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. I don't want any kind of negative feedback from people saying you did that wrong. I can't handle that. So, and there's no right way to do this.
I like it.
It was fun.
I mean, me personally, never watched is never watched. F tier, never going to watch them. The shows that are in D, I'm never going to watch them. The shows that are in C, I'm not going to watch them unless Anna Kay makes me watch Friends. Like, I'm talking about, like, would I watch it right now? Would I... Do I envision myself ever watching these shows ever again, even if I already have? C, no. D tier, no. Starting from the bottom, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, no. Louis, no. Bernie Mac, probably no. I mean, it had its time, you know. I'm not going to go watch reruns. A Different World, probably no. But if I saw a clip of Different World, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
All in the Family, probably not. Which actually makes you think Different World maybe should have been higher. Sanford and Son, no. Scrubs, I didn't like Scrubs. So for me, it's a no.
Yeah.
But I get why it's higher than the shows that I just totally dismissed out of hand. Letterkenny is a show that I actually haven't really gotten into. I know I'm sure it's super funny. I know everybody likes it, but it's kind of like I just sort of skipped that one, moved on.
I think you're fine with that, yeah.
Taxi, probably not. I'm probably not watching Taxi. Bob Newhart's probably the same. Jefferson's is the same. If I saw news radio on TV right now, I'd watch it.
Yeah. I'd probably pause for quite a bit.
And we're at the top of B. If I saw Malcolm in the Middle, I don't know. So that There's a couple that were flip-flop for you and I. So I would
Yeah.
flip-flop Malcolm in the Middle News Radio. If I saw News Radio, I would watch it. If I saw Malcolm in the Middle, I wouldn't. And you're the exact opposite.
It's like
All right,
news
and then-
radio. I'd stop for a minute, and if it grabbed me, it'd have to do it pretty quick. Yeah.
And then we're up to A tier. Parks and Rec. So I don't really like that kind of comedy. But if I was flipping channels and I saw like Chris Pratt or what's his name or whatever, then I'd be like, oh well, let me see what they're doing. You know.
Yeah.
Community. There's a pair of reasons why I could stop on Community to see what's going on.
Yeah, Troy and Abed. Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah. The Office. I mean, I never got into The Office, so
Yeah.
I don't like. I'm skipping over the cringe comedy. Roseanne. So if I saw Roseanne on TV, I'd probably stop. Hey, let me see what episode this is. You know.
It was
I'd
one of
see
the
which
good ones. Yeah.
Alf. I would watch Alf straight up right now.
Yep. I'd watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Golden Girls. I'd probably watch Golden Girls.
I'd see what they're up to.
Then why isn't Alf above Golden Girls?
I don't know. I got scared.
You loved Cosby Show.
Yeah.
I think maybe I was just a little young for it.
Mhm.
Its heyday was over by the time.
Alf could overtake Cosby too.
Because I would watch Alf right now.
I would sit down and watch the thing. I don't care what episode it was. I'm going to see what it's going on.
So Seinfeld, I think, is similar to Roseanne. I would see which episode it is, like if it's
Yeah.
one of the really iconic episodes, you know.
Yeah.
MASH, I would watch MASH.
Yeah. Just
I
to
would
see what
watch
it was all about. Yeah.
I would watch Night Court.
Yep.
Um,
I might go find some Night Court after this.
Yeah, we're going to do a screening of Alf and Night Court June 4th at the 4th annual It's Too Late Light. That's going to be a great fucking show. Yeah, you got to close the... There you go. Do it. There you go.
See,
Yeah.
anytime you say that, I don't even think about it. The button gets hit.
What are we going to do after next week when that button's no longer a thing?
I don't know, man. Just don't say
Yeah.
June 4th.
Yeah. It's Always Sunny. Like, so again, it's like those shows where I know tons of people love it and I just haven't gotten into it. Maybe I will someday.
I'd watch any of them. If they're on, I'll sit there and watch it. Yeah. think they're all-
Fresh Prince I would watch if I saw Hillary.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, that Prissy. She's fancy.
Oh, I'd cure her of that. Okay. Did you ever see the movie Major Payne?
Yeah. I hope it's on our wheel.
She was
I
the
love
love interest in the movie Major Payne.
Oh, was she? Okay.
And that chick was fucking banging.
Mhm.
All right. Anyway, sorry.
My
Sorry,
business
everybody.
is killing, ladies.
And I would watch Frasier right now. I would watch Cheers start to finish right now.
Yeah.
So I think we did a good job.
I think it's pretty solid.
All right.
So if people are mad about it, just know that we meant it.
Yeah. If you're mad about it, just know you're wrong and we're right. Well, there you are then.
Yep.
Thanks so much for tuning in for another episode
Yeah.
of It's Too Late with Alan Mosley. We're going to see a lot of you Saturday. We're going to see
I'm
some
so
of you
excited.
Friday.
Yeah. I got to start tearing
Yeah.
down the studio.
Yeah. Yeah. Better get the U-Haul. We're going to need some help. But if we don't see you next week, guys, well, if we don't see you this weekend, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
But next week is going to be this weekend. So it's really going to be like the week after that.
I don't know. Get back in the DeLorean. Let's go.
All right, guys, if we don't see you this weekend, we will see you next week.